Democracy is hard work. In the United States, if 43% of eligible voters do not vote, then democracy is weakened.
Okay, I love that he wags his finger at the voters who, on purpose, his system suppresses the vote of. Because that's what he's doing. You know, when people don't vote. But how about when you're elected to bring change to America and you literally do the exact same thing George Bush was doing? You were elected to change shit, and you took his defense secretary and put him in your cabinet and continued George Bush's policy unabated. We are still in fucking Afghanistan, Iraq. Libya's still a mess. You did that. You bombed so much in Syria, you ran out of it. The hard work of democracy. And maybe you wonder why those people don't show up to vote. Maybe because you're sending their jobs overseas. Maybe because the candidate that you wanted them to vote for passed NAFTA at the same time she gutted welfare and exploded the prison population, and those people know it.
And they can't vote either, by the way. The ones that...
Oh, by the way, all those people that Bill Clinton put in prison with this prison bill, they can't vote. You took their vote away. So you did it to yourself, but he wags his finger at them. Oh, it's the electorate's fault. Because we don't have a goddamn choice. There was no way to vote against Goldman Sachs. There was no way to vote against more war. There was no way to vote against Big Pharma or those motherfuckers cracking heads in North Dakota. There was no way to do that, Barack. That's why half the country stayed home, you corporate sellout. And you pretend like you don't know that? You don't know that your legislation has crushed your own people? Do you know that half the people in your own country are poor or in poverty? And you wonder why they don't come out to vote? Because they don't have because as Hillary Clinton is asking them to vote for her, they know she shipped their jobs to Mexico and undermined their unions. And when the teachers were getting their unions taken away in Wisconsin, you let it happen. You didn't put on that comfortable shoe. And when the Occupy Wall Street people were getting their heads cracked, you let Democratic mayors tell fucking union cops to go crack their heads from coast to coast. You did that, Barack Obama, and you wonder why half the country doesn't vote? Because they know no matter what they do, pieces of shit like you are going to turn your backs on them, which you did and you continue to fucking do. The world is burning right now. Right now, global capitalism is failing on a massive scale. Right now, France is getting ready to be taken over by a right-wing government. Greece has failed. Same thing in Italy. Right now, half your own goddamn country is poor. In the richest country the face of the earth has ever seen. You call that a winning fucking system? What kind of a system makes half their country poor, and it's the richest country in the world, Barack? And what the fuck did you do to try to fix that? Dick! You didn't break up the banks. You didn't re-regulate them. You never had a jobs program, but you did bail out Wall Street. You did do $4 trillion in quantitative easing. How many jobs programs did you do? Jack shit. And you stand up there and wag your finger at the people who didn't fucking vote? You're just as dumb as Peter Dow.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Jimmy. Let's not push it.
And his legacy is shit.
Well, his legacy is all going to be undermined by the Trump administration anyway.
What is his legacy? His legacy is that he repealed habeas corpus and shored up the surveillance state. And the people who exposed war crimes inside of our government, what did he do? He put them in jail and tortured them. Private Manning. He tortured them. Tortured Private Manning. That's what Barack Obama did. Tortured him. And what about those journalists? You're afraid about, everybody's worried about, Trump is going to be threatening journalists. He's going to threaten journalists. Barack Obama has already used the Espionage Act 6 times to prosecute our best journalists in America, already trying to throw them in jail for revealing war crimes inside of our own government. He didn't prosecute the people who committed those war crimes, which is why Donnie Tiny Hands can say he's going to torture people more. Because Barack Obama, you didn't fulfill his responsibilities. He abdicated them. And he's throwing journalists in jail using the Espionage Act. You and your goddamn democracy's hard work. Yeah, it's hard work dismantling democracy, which is what Barack Obama did. And nobody fucking knows about it because nobody reported it because half the left goes to sleep when Barack Obama's president.